Prehistoric Kingdom is getting an update this week. A lot of new management and 2 new dinosaurs. The trailer for the new update, Update 11, dropped overnight, and to be sure that you're not missing out, I wanted to share the news with you. A lot of what is coming in this update was already discussed in previous devlogs, some I've gone over in past videos, but the information from the latest devlog I will go through in this video because it explains what we are seeing in the trailer. The update is coming very soon, the day after tomorrow. So let's quickly go through it to get you excited. A lot of the trailer focuses on the new staff coming to the game and the enhanced management aspect of the game. The staff consists of keepers, laborers, and cashiers who will be doing the work across our dinosaur parks, and we'll circle back to what their tasks are. But of course, a lot of the work also falls on the player as the park manager. And Prehistoric Kingdom creates a whole new branch of management that is absent in, for example, Jurassic World Evolution 2, which is managing supplies for your park. Supplies come into the park at the loading bay, which is a small depot where trucks arrive with new goods every month. The loading bay has a little bit of storage, but if you really want to stockpile to keep your park running, you need to build storage facilities, and your staff will bring the supplies from the loading bay to storage. Storage modules for goods and produce can be strategically placed around the park to shorten delivery times in the long term. What's really interesting and in-depth about it is that stock is not park-wide, but specific to the individual storage building. There's no global park-wide resource pool. Each storage building has its own internal stock and demands physical interaction from a laborer or keeper in order to retrieve a resource. So you should bring specific supplies to the appropriate storage module nearest to where you will be needing those supplies. For example, have the stock for a souvenir shop in a storage facility near the shop. Players can selectively block certain resource types when selecting a storage module, allowing you to flexibly customize how things are stored without having to clinically micromanage everything. Blocking a resource that's already in storage will have it removed by a laborer. The 3 different staff types all have their own responsibilities. The laborers, which we already touched on very briefly, transport supplies from the loading bays to the storage modules to the kiosks, the restaurants, and the gift shops throughout the park. The keepers care for the animals by restocking the feeders with produce that they retrieve from storage, and they take the dinosaur dung from the habitat to the nearest compost heap, which is not just important for keeping the habitat clean, but the compost also serves a very important function. The compost is used to fertilize the plants in the produce stations. Cashiers, as you might expect, man the shops and serve the visitors. I think a lot of people are really going to love this management aspect, and I think it's super creative. I really love this system that they've come up with, which seems a pretty perfect balance between realistic while avoiding micromanagement. Hopefully, at least. Of course, we'll have to test it out in action. But as a sandbox girly, I'm more interested in stuff than mechanics. Update 11 doesn't come with much stuff, only 2 new dinosaur species, but Update 12 does have more new content, which we'll talk about in a little bit. But the new dinosaurs coming in Update 11, so coming to Prehistoric Kingdom the day after tomorrow, are Lielanosaura and 2 species of Plateosaurus. In a previous video, we've already discussed the Lielanosaura in more detail based off the screenshots, but in the trailer we get to see it in motion, which is lovely. Definitely subscribe to the channel if you want to stay up to date on the development of Prehistoric Kingdom. As a little aside, this update is coming to the public test branch of the game, and it's worth reminding people that Prehistoric Kingdom is still in early access, and these updates in particular might come with bugs that still need to be polished out. But anyway, the second species coming in Update 11, so coming this Thursday, is Plateosaurus, which is a dinosaur name that everyone seems to pronounce slightly differently, so I have no idea what is right, but I think it's Plateosaurus, so that's what I'm going with. Regardless of how you say it, a lot of people have been saying the name of this dinosaur at the end of the sentence, I really want Plateosaurus. Now, a lot of people who I've seen say that were asking for it in Jurassic World Evolution 2. Alas, that did not happen, but at least it's now coming in Prehistoric Kingdom, so that's finally some justice for Plateosaurus. The update has also improved the excavations, which we've already talked about in a past video. It also improves the modular group UI. Clicking on a group now shows all the module information inside, allowing players to easily view things like loading bay contents, storage modules, or change an animal information sign. You can collapse each widget individually or hold the shift key to collapse all the widgets at once. Update 11 introduces a Paleopedium. This can be accessed at any time from the left side of the screen, making it perfect for habitat construction or learning more about your creatures. From the homepage, players can filter the search results by biome, time period, continent, diet, and even animal size. And finally, Update 11 improves animal detail maps. I want to briefly talk about Update 12, which they teased in their previous devlog. I think Update 12 will be more for me, because rather than focusing on introducing huge new mechanics like Update 11 does with the staff and stock keeping, Update 12 is much more focused on stuff. The all-important stuff. Which includes a new map, new building theme, and 3 new dinosaurs, the Apatosaurus, Brontosaurus, and Ankylosaurus. But there's some mechanical upgrades coming in Update 12 as well, making guests smarter and feel more lively, and a message system. Through this menu, players will be able to negotiate employee salaries, try to keep staff on board, and interact with the administration team. We feel this will be a great way to humanize staff and make their lives more than just a UI element. After Update 12 comes Update 13, no surprises there, which focuses more on the animals. We're aiming to improve their AI and behaviors with awareness, sociality, and herding. There's not too much else to say at this stage, but we can't wait to share more. There's no new or more information about the baby dinosaurs / ontogeny system that they first showed a glimpse of in the April dev diary. Of course, Update 12 and 13 are still further away in the future. We don't have an ETA on those, but again, Update 11 is coming this Thursday. Now that Jurassic World Evolution 2 is almost certainly done, like, I'll never go and say definitely, but I'm like 99.9% sure that it's done, since there's no activity behind the scenes on SteamDB. So with that said, with Jurassic World Evolution 2 most likely being done, I hope that I'll finally have more time to invest in Prehistoric Kingdom. I know that that's something that you guys really want for me to play this game more, but Jurassic World Evolution 2 has just been taking up so much of my time, and Prehistoric Kingdom is such a time-intensive game that I haven't been able to get to it, but I really hope that I can, and you should be seeing more videos on Prehistoric Kingdom pop up on the channel. Thank you so much for watching, liking, subscribing, and until next time, enjoy the game.